Hello and welcome to this video that you have read the title of. Now, disclaimer for anything else. First of all, I'm not a professional, so take everything with a grain of salt. And two, this is not my best potential per se because I had to film in a really uncomfortable position because I had to accommodate the camera. And filming also made me really nervous, so yeah. And with that, let's get on. So now I'm going to start outlining. A lot of people are confused whether they should outline first or after painting. Really, it's up to you. If you prefer a more subtle or soft line art, then I suggest doing it before painting because the paint will kind of make it muted, while if you really want it to stand out, then do it after. Personally, I like doing line art first because my paint will drown out pencil lines and I'll get confused. So, yeah. It's up to personal preference really. You can do line art before or after, or even before and after because either way, 15 billion pa rin ang ninakaw ng PhilHealth. Wow, covering the camera transition. What a YouTuber. Okay, so now I will do a wash. A wash is basically like a filter, but instead of doing it at the end, you do it at the beginning. This works because watercolor is basically translucent. Actually, I'm pretty sure you can also do it at the end, but maybe there's another term for it, I don't know. Now this spot, that spot, I'm pretty sure it's because that part of the paper was chipped, so that's why it absorbed the water, like grass or whatever. So yeah, there we go. Behind the camera, I'm actually raising a certain finger at it in hopes that that will somehow solve my problems, but that is for future Eloisa to deal with. Which technically, as of recording this voiceover, is now past Eloisa. So, good job, past Eloisa. And now our work is finished. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I will see you in the next video. Ha! Just kidding. What a prankster. So now I'm doing the first layer of her dress, which is a light blue. This isn't the final layer because the key to watercolor is basically layering. So to make it more opaque, you'll have to layer as many layers as you can. It's important to note, however, that you have to make sure that each layer is dried in between so that lifting won't happen, which is when you reactivate the paint on paper. By the way, when I watched this film, I was like so amazed because oh my god, Ghibli finally said, here's one for the gays. But as it turns out, it's more like here's one for Alabama because, spoiler alert, it's her grandmother. Yeah, that was a curveball. Honestly, I was kind of disappointed by it, but nonetheless, it's a great film about a depressed and angsty teen basically rediscovering herself. I don't know what the hell happened, but for some reason the clip of me starting to paint her bow green kind of got lost in the wind, so enjoy that or whatever. painting skin makes me oddly nervous and I don't know why. Anyway, I got the soul brown pan from my palette and then I added some red in order to give it a more warm Eurocentric color. So now I'm adding the shadows to her hair. In order to make a shadow shade, I basically just add violet to whatever the color or the shade of my base is. So here, for example, the same white blonde platinum thing color that I used a while ago, I just added some violet to it to make it darker and to make it cooler. Unfortunately, I am an idiot and I did not realize that my camera died while I was filming me painting the shadows. So I don't have clips for that. I am so sorry. But it's basically the same thing for everything else. You just add violet to the shade. Or you can even paint on top of the thing using violet so that you can add shadows. That's basically how I do it. Other people have different techniques and that's also fine. And now the time has come for Eloisa to deal with the god-forsaken patches of paper. Now, what I tried to do was match the rest of the background with the color of the patch, but unfortunately it did not work. So you'll just see at the end what my 500 IQ brain did. So now I'm adding a few gray uh, three silhouettes in the form of cylinders so that I can give the illusion of a dark and misty forest or whatever. So yeah. I decided to go for like a violet dark green sort of color scheme for the background because A, the violet and the green really tie in nicely with the mushrooms and the bow tie, and B, I feel like having brighter colors will sort of distract the viewer from looking at the patches in the first place. So I'm just going ham. I'm using the brush to sort of jam the paint around, and I'm pretty sure this is bad for the brush, but I don't care. I respect the brush loving community, but it's not me. So yeah, it kind of ended up looking like a haunted willows. I don't know what I'm saying. Haunted willow, haunted forest kind of vibe, like wisteria and other stuff. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. So yeah, but here's that. I'm quite proud of how it turned out. Now it's time to paint the eyes, so just add two blue oval shaped stuff. It's pretty simple, so yeah. Now just add the pupils and the highlights, and yeah, basically done. Now it's time for the best part of watercolor art, peeling off the tape. So when you peel off the tape, make sure you do it gently so that you can avoid ripping off the paper. So here's how the piece turned out. I'm pretty happy with it. Thank you so much for watching my process. My brother is so loud. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.